The emerging feud between President Trump and Elon Musk could have a ripple effect on America's space program. Musk's company, SpaceX, has been working with NASA for years. President Trump suggested on Truth Social he could terminate Musk's contracts as a way to save money. Last year alone, the federal government awarded SpaceX $3.8 billion in federal grants, mostly from NASA. And Jeff Foust joins me now. He's a senior staff writer for Space News. Jeff, good to see you. Can you give us some examples of how SpaceX has helped NASA in recent years?
Yeah, Tom. I think the highest profile example is that NASA relies on SpaceX to get its astronauts to and from the International Space Station. For the last 5 years, NASA has flown its astronauts on SpaceX's Crew Dragon spacecraft to and from the space station. It's also used versions of the Dragon spacecraft to get cargo to the space station, like food and supplies. And NASA also uses SpaceX for launching its science satellites.
So you're listing a lot of the services that SpaceX has provided to NASA, but walk us through what would happen if NASA, if SpaceX was out of the picture.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest issue would be how is NASA going to get its astronauts to and from the space station? NASA has worked with a second company, Boeing, on a spacecraft called Starliner to handle that. We might remember that a year ago, Starliner launched on a test flight, but it ran into problems and it had to come back and leave the astronauts on the space station, who were brought back to Earth several months later on a Crew Dragon spacecraft. So you have to figure out how to get Starliner up and running and have it take over those crew transportation capabilities if SpaceX is no longer available.
Is Starliner the only viable alternative to SpaceX that NASA could work with?
The only other option would be to go to Russia and use Russia's Soyuz spacecraft. That has its own geopolitical complications if you tried to go that approach.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very likely given the history. Jeff Foust, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.